Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
It get deep. Outside ceiling, the instructions in my sleep. Told me, son, to make it up, you gotta eat. If you're not offended based on how we preach, yeah, I'm sticking to the milk, but it gets deep. Outside ceiling, the instructions in my sleep. I can't live by bread alone, I gotta eat. I got knowledge, but sometimes I'm rude in speech. Yeah, I'm sticking to the milk, but it gets deep. 2 Peter 3:15, man, it get deep.
Hey, we are back with the Writings on the Wall radio show. Brought to you by Israel United in Christ. Yeah. All praise to the Father.
That's right.
That's man, it's been some pretty heavy topics out there.
Yes, sir.
Right.
What was that?
I was going to say something.
Okay, go ahead. You got it.
All praise. Well, yeah, we've been bringing y'all the news. This is your place for end time news, and we're trying to keep you all up to date with all the signs of the things that y'all need to.
Signs of the things.
Signs of the events that's going to happen that you need to be looking out, because we are God's watchmen. And as watchmen, we got to bring to light the things that are happening that Christ foretold that was going to happen before his return.
I like what you just said, officer. I was messing with him a little bit, but he brought out a heavy point. Get me that in Psalms, Isaiah 62:6.
Yes.
All right, the officer bringing it out. He was speaking to oracles.
For real.
So let's go to the precept. He's right. We are God's watchmen, and we are here to alert you regarding the signs of the times, that we need to be aware, all right, of our surroundings and what's going on the day to day. Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 62 and verse 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest, till he establish, and till he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to continue to prophesy. We're going to continue to go to the streets. We're going to continue to be on these shows, highways and the hedges, Facebook. What the other one? Twitter. All of them. We're going to continue to push this truth until Jerusalem is back on top.
Bring it out.
That's right.
Thus saith the Lord. All right, what we got?
This is RTnews.com. NATO threatening Russia with consequences over Ukraine. NATO boss Jens Stoltenberg warned Russia against exerting force on neighboring Ukraine
amid a series of unsubstantiated claims. Moscow is massing troops at the border. So what do we see? We see Russia is beefing with Ukraine.
Right.
All right. And NATO, they don't want that. They say, chill out, have peace. All right. Because this can turn into something.
Whoa. So is that on Esau Esau crime?
Esau on Esau crime.
Right. Yes.
Y'all got anything, officers?
These are the things that we've already brought out on the last sketch that we was talking about, where we were saying that nation was going to go against nation. These are the things, like I said, Christ told us was going to happen. Prior to now, we may have had wars, but it ain't been on the scale that we're looking at now. It's been major country against major country against major country, continuing to threaten each other. And all it's going to take is that little spark. That little spark is going to set us off exactly to what's prophesied to happen. And that's why we come out here to give our people warning. It's time to wake up and come out of the wickedness of the world and come to God's laws.
All right. So this is the time that, all of this is on the war and rumors of war, man, is going to happen in the earth. All right. And real quick, give me Revelation 11 and 11.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 11.
Read.
And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them.
So this is talking about on 350 years. All right, and we've been here on well over 350 years but after that time, the spirit will come back into the Israelites. Read.
And they stood upon their feet.
Read.
And great fear fell upon them which saw them.
So we are standing back on our feet today in 2021. All right, the Israelites is waking up.
That's right.
But great fear is falling on the nations. All right, read on.
And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. And their enemies beheld them.
So on the World War III is about to pop off.
That's right.
All right. All right. At the same time, when the Christ is going to come back on the earth and say, on to come up hither in a cloud. Okay, those on the clouds is talking about the IFOs, the identified on the flying objects.
Right.
All right. Now, because we understand. All right. So the Lord is coming back to get us. All right. So we got to keep the commandments of God and on to come back to who we are.
Hey,
all right.
Can I speak on?
Yes, sir.
You the one who talked about that white on white crime.
Right. Yes, sir.
The white on white crime. Understand it. White on white crime ain't never stopped. Okay. It's just that they accuse us of everything.
Right.
Let's go to Revelation 6 to show you that white on white crime has been happening for years. Okay. Give me the book of Revelation 6 and give me verse 4.
The book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 4.
Come on.
And there went out another horse that was red.
That was what?
That was red.
And understand, it ain't really white on white. It's red on red.
Bring it out.
Because ain't nobody white.
Right.
Our shirts are white, but not them. They are red. Right. Read that again.
And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon, to take peace from the earth.
To take peace from the earth. All right, this is going into the World War I and II. Read.
And that they should kill one another.
That they should do what?
Kill one another.
They shall kill one another. What do you have? Germany. You had the United States of America. You had Russia. You had all of these different. Back then they weren't called Russia. They were the USSR. Yeah, the Soviet Union. Yeah, USSR. All right, but you had all of these Edomite or red nations fighting and killing amongst each other. So yeah, what do we see again? We see Russia in the mix, Ukraine. They're all the same people.
Same, different dogs.
There you go. There's different dogs with different names, man. Hey, go back to the article.
Cal, let me get something real quick.
Go ahead.
Let me, because y'all mentioned about them fighting against each other. Let me get that in 2nd Ezra 13 and 31 to show you that all that you see what you see popping is prophecy to happen before the return of Christ.
2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the sign shall happen which I showed thee.
So those things will happen. What the Bible just tell you about, that they're gonna stand against each other, one realm against another, kingdom against kingdom. Christ said the same thing. We don't.
Before, and then shall my son be declared.
The Jesus Christ will be coming down, like Cap brought out in Acts the 1st chapter. The same way he went into heaven, he will be descending into from heaven in the same fashion. We don't.
Whom thou sawest as a man ascending. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle.
See that? The moment they see Christ coming, they all will stop what they're doing. Now they're like, hold on. Now we got something bigger to deal with. There's the big black guy coming from the sky.
Bring it on.
The same people that they used to hate, that they have hatred forever for, now their king, their gods is coming to defend them.
Right.
They have one against another, and an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come.
Just like they did to bring us down, they come together with one consent to destroy us. They're going to try to do the same thing to go against God, to go against Christ, but that ain't going to happen. Read.
And to overcome him by fighting. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion, and Zion shall come, and shall be shewed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands.
There you go. So that's showing you what's going to happen to them in the latter day. Those that going to try to stand against Christ will be put to death. That's all I got.
All right, go back to the article.
Heavy.
Stoltenberg said the alleged increased Russian presence close to Ukraine's border is something which is very concerning for many reasons, calling it unprovoked and unexplained. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov mocked Stoltenberg's claims, stating, "The movement of our armed forces on our own territory should be of no concern to anyone."
Yeah, that's what Russia's saying. They're saying, NATO, hey, stay out of our business. Do me a favor, type in on Google, why was NATO created? All right, next article.
Ukraine journalist fires howitzer at Russian occupiers. Yuri Budasov, editor-in-chief of Kyiv Controversial Censornet, released a video perpetrating to show him firing banned large caliber artillery at Russian occupiers. The stunt, he claims, commemorated the 1930 Soviet famine.
Soviet famine. Click the video, just showing you the tensions between Ukraine and Russia. Esau. Goodness, you know this, bro. Who else is Esau, bro? Click the video, please.
За кожне зерня 33-го року, за кожну жертву радянських репресій, по російських окупантах,
He's just
вогонь,
talking. I'm
постріл.
red. I'm red. And I'm finna fire this one.
Esau crazy as hell, bro. Hey, y'all got, did you find something on Google? Did you type it in yet?
The North Atlantic Treaty Organization was created in 1949 by the United States, Canada, and several Western European nations to provide collective security against the Soviet Union.
There you go. Against the Soviets. That's the Russians.
Right.
All right. So they see the Russians trying to start some stuff with Ukraine. They're stepping in again. Russia not feeling that. They're like, hey, if we want to do this, mind your own business.
Right.
All right. So tensions is starting to brew. Go to the next article. Read that.
RTnews.com. U.S. surrounds Russia with military bases.
Right, because U.S. is a part of NATO. So U.S. troops are surrounding Russia with different military bases right now. Read.
Russian FM Lavrov calls out hypocrisy. Russian foreign minister has said it's hypocritical on Washington to basically accuse Moscow of military escalation within its own borders while pulling NATO forces closer to Russia.
Now, it's true. Like, it's not like Russia's doing what America does and goes to other nations and bully them. They're within their borders. You understand?
Right, yeah.
So you're saying, what are you doing here? You understand? Read.
Lavrov insisted that Moscow has a proven track record of pursuing diplomatic solutions, unlike its Western colleagues.
Unlike it, when they talked about the West, it's only talking about America.
Right.
Okay, read on.
The FM also accused the United States and NATO of breaking their promise not to expand towards the Russian border.
Read.
We were told a lie, he concluded, to put it very politely and diplomatically.
So we understand something's brewing right here. We already know, we went over this with the Glenn Beck episode a few months back in Revelation 17, how the horns would pull away from America.
Right.
Okay. Now we also see what Russia is like, hey, bruh, hey, America need to get the hell up out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Let's go to the next article.
This is RT.com. If NATO missiles can reach Moscow in 5 minutes, what do they think we would do?
So Russia like, all right, we see what y'all trying to do.
Let's go.
It says, like, hey, what you think we finna do? We finna get the hypersonic missiles too.
Right. Yeah.
All right, read.
We had to start developing hypersonic arms, Putin. Putin has announced Russia will soon have Mach 9 hypersonic.
Mach 9 hypersonic weapons.
The president was speaking at the Russian conference when he explained the so-called red lines in Ukraine and NATO's step, which have led to the current tensions. If they put missiles near the Russian border that can reach Moscow in 10 or even 5 minutes, what do they think our response would be? We had an almost idyllic relationship in the mid-90s. Putin questions why the military alliance had to expand with anti-missile systems around its border.
All right, so this is basically like a Cold War. It's like, hey, you got the hypersonic. Okay, we got them too. You understand? So it's just a back and forth right now.
Right.
This is the what rumors of wars right here, right? And then it's gonna pop off for real. We understand that. Read.
Right.
I mean, go to the next article.
This is newbreak.com. Russia claims another successful test on Zircon hypersonic missile.
There you go. Next article.
RTnews.com. Russian FM warns NATO arms buildup could provoke armed conflict.
There you go. He said, y'all keep doing this. Y'all are going to provoke us, and we're going to have to go to war with y'all. Read.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov highlighted the buildup of significant units and armaments from NATO's countries near the border on Tuesday and reiterated Moscow's ability to prepare for escalation. If the West cannot hold back Ukraine and actually encourage it, of course, we will take all necessary steps to ensure our security.
Right. So go to Revelation 17 real quick just to refresh the listeners out there. If you get a chance, go back and view the Glenn Beck episode we did. Give me what I want. Revelation 17, and I want verse 16.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17 and verse 16.
Come on.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked.
Right. So right now, America is still with NATO, the European Union, right? But it says there's going to come a point in time where they should hate the whore and make her desolate and naked. Read.
And shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
Now, remember, NATO was created, to stop the Soviets. But what you're going to see in the last days is that them Soviets and NATO, they both going to unite and turn on America. Right. That's what you got. This is the beginning stages. Read on.
For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will. Remember, we touched on in the other topic in Revelations 4, talking about God makes things for his pleasure. Right? So his will. He wants this to happen. They're vessels fit for destruction. They're crash test dummies. You hear this there? Read that again.
For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
Come on.
And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast.
And give their kingdom unto the beast. All right. Give me one moment. Give me the book of Jeremiah, the 50th chapter. Okay. Watch this. Jeremiah 50 and I want verse 41.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 41.
Come on.
Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings shall be raised up from the coast of the earth.
Who is this? This is going into the European Union and Russia. This is the north right here. It says, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation, and many kings. Many kings. This is going into NATO and the Soviets. Read on.
They shall hold the bow and the lance. They are cruel and will not show mercy.
Read.
Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array, like a man to battle against thee.
Against who?
Against thee.
Read.
O daughter of Babylon.
There it is. All it is. This is stirring up. But we know, according to prophecy, that every nation is going to turn on the whore, the United States of America.
That's right.
All right. Hey, officers, y'all got anything before we close out? Y'all good?
Hey, all I could say, with all this message that we be bringing out, is just to give our people a chance to repent, come back to the Most High God. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American out there, it is time that you wake up. The time is near, and believe it or not, that's your redemption that is near. As all these things going on, all these things that are popping off is just because you're not in your rightful position.
Right.
You better read your Bible.
Give me that one in I'm just going off of what you just said, officer. Give me Isaiah 34 real quick. He's exactly right. All of this is happening because the Israelites are not in their rightful place. You're correct, officer. Right. Give me verse. Tell you what. Start at verse 4.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 34 and verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
That's going into that mushroom cloud from nuclear missiles. Read on.
And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine.
Come on.
And as a falling fig from the tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Upon Idumea, once again, Babylon. Come on.
And upon the people of my curse, to judgment.
Upon the people of God's curse. Read.
The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Read verse 8. This is what officer was going into. Why is all of this taking place on the earth? Is because the Israelites are not in their rightful place. So all of this has to be stirred up and has to actually play out in order for us to be reestablished as the true rulers on this earth.
That's right.
Read verse 8.
Verse 8. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses, for the controversy of Zion.
For the controversy of who?
Zion.
For the controversy of Zion. Because everybody should know now that the white people over there in the land, they ain't the real Jews.
That's right.
You understand? So everything's controversy, man. Anti-Semitism is a farce. It's not real. They're just trying to, they're just trying to deny the true identity of the Israelites.
Right.
All right. So all of this, all these wars, why is all this happening in the earth? It's literally because they're trying to hide the true identity of who the Israelites are. All right?
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us a spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.